everyone, and welcome back to Natlan, where we are working on this here Dane quest. A Dane quest where we have yet to meet Dane! Where is he? Nobody knows. But we do have, now in our corner, theoretically, our dear friend Deirdre, who I would die for. Hopefully isn't already dead herself.
Don't worry. I'll make sure I find a way to get in touch. I mean, as long as you don't mind, that is.
Of course not, because she's heading out, perhaps, to go find our brother. And if she finds him, she will let us know. Thank you, Deirdre. I've been having a lot of thoughts about this quest since we were last here. Unfortunately, now that we're here again, I kind of forget all of them. But things along the lines of, ooh. Hello?
Hey, Yansan! We're back!
Things along the lines of, I wonder if we interrupt whatever's going on with the Abyss Order, presumably, if her soul will be sucked back to Konri, because I can't imagine her staying around here forever. I don't think that's the end of her story. Either she's going to die by the end of this quest, or she's going to return back to her time, are my two theories. We'll have to see. Worrying either way.
We ran into quite a big group from the Abyss Order just now. Has something happened at the front?
What? That shouldn't be a difficult question to answer. What? Did it happen at the back?
The front line has collapsed.
Oh! That's really bad!
Huh? But how?
Did the Abyss Order send in reinforcements? Did they deploy some kind of secret weapon?
No, relax. Their front line has collapsed, not ours.
Yansan, please choose your words carefully.
Feels like you could have phrased that more clearly at the start. But this is good news, right? Why'd you still look so serious?
Did we finally launch an attack? Did we unleash the Pyro Archon's might on them?
No, we're still mustering troops. Nowhere near ready to go on the offensive.
Oh, so they just internally collapsed? There might be some disagreement among the Abyss Order over what they want to do next. Or what they're doing here at all.
So at first, I was also confused about what exactly happened out there.
Do you have any intel?
But just now, I got the full story from a guard who was on the scene. He watched the enemy lines crumble in real time.
Oh, excellent. Oh, was it a tall blonde man in blue and black?
What did he see?
What did he see?
One person.
Haha.
Just a single individual. They stormed the enemy lines and attacked with a vengeance, cutting them down like paper dolls.
I think we summoned him. Where's this person now, Yansan?
They wielded an unknown power and fought with a sword style that no one recognized. The guard who relayed this to me said that before he even had time to react, the enemy was decimated.
I mean, theoretically, could be someone other than Dane. Could be our brother, technically. But I think it's highly likely that it's Dane. Alright, I got it. I think I know what happened.
I'm only recounting what I heard, and I'm sure the guard in question must be exaggerating to some extent. But still, we have to identify this person.
No worries. I'm on it already.
And assuming they're a neutral party, we'll need to figure out how to engage with them. Clearly they're a force to be reckoned with, so we don't want to come across as too weak or too hostile. It's quite a diplomatic conundrum.
Luckily, you might have a friend in common already.
You don't need to sweat it, Yansan. From your description, we're already pretty confident that we know this person. Honestly, with the Abyss Order acting out so publicly, it's about time he showed up.
Yeah, who else could it be? He never misses an occasion like this.
Dainsliff!
Ah! Oh my god! Hi, traveler! Long time no see! Here we go! Okay, wait for Dainsliff to show up. Yeah, really. That's what I've been doing this whole time. I'm so excited to see him! Our mysterious man with many mysterious answers. Alright. Flower picking time. Ooh! Not quite over. There's two more. Haha. Fine. Do I need these? No. Do I want them? Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Where is he? Oh, he's just outside. We could walk. Maybe gliding would be faster. Haha. But let's see. I'm trying to recall any of those thoughts I had since we last were playing this quest. I was thinking about our dear sibling's key and how it got to where it was. Because, like, either Our sibling deliberately made it there, someone else deliberately made it there, someone dropped it, or the forces of nature moved it. But I think we covered all that last time, and the various things that those different options would mean. Oh, oh hello. Oh, he's in voice still. Ah, that's alright. Were you waiting for me?
It's been a while, Dane. And yeah, after we heard what went down, we figured you'd shown up.
Been waiting for you.
You caused quite a stir, you know. Oh, this is a friend of ours from Natlan. Her name's Ian-san. She insisted on coming here to thank you in person.
I can just feel the two of them sizing each other up.
It is my honor, Mr. Dainsleif.
Ooh, she's a fan.
Thank you for breaking the stalemate in our war against the Abyss Order. Natlan is fortunate to share a common enemy with such a mighty warrior as yourself.
Wow, I've never heard her so enthusiastic to meet someone. I think it is a little bit. She probably really recognizes and respects his strength, being, you know, a personal trainer herself. But also, you know, she's trying to put forth a good impression, like she was saying earlier. No need to thank me. I hunt the Abyss Order for my own reasons. It's always so funny to see Dane in broad daylight. He wears such dark clothing that he stands out so starkly. I wonder if, you know, probably because he's from Konri, it's darker down there. His clothes would blend in more, but in the daylight, it's like, whoa.
Please don't
So
mind
noticeable.
him, Ian-san. He always talks like that, but he's a pretty nice guy deep down.
We can vouch for him.
It's quite alright.
Mostly.
Uezo Janssen respects those of great power.
Exactly.
It's quite clear that he meant no offense, and I am still delighted to make his acquaintance.
Actually, I don't know if I have that name written down. One sec. I don't. Okay. Alright, got her.
Anyway, since you're old friends, I'll leave you to catch up for now. Take your time.
Thank you, Yan-san.
Sure thing. You probably have plenty of other stuff to do anyway, right? Since this war isn't exactly over. See you later, Ian-san!
We'll check in later, okay? Communication is key in battle, one presumes.
Hey, Dane! Would it have killed you to be a little more polite? She's our friend!
I thought he was perfectly cordial. Not exactly open, but polite. Ian-san, yes? I will remember the name. But I will not invest more emotion than is necessary when dealing with the citizens of the Seven. It is a matter of principle for me. Oh, right. That whole thing. That's true. Fine. Since you helped break the stalemate, we'll let you off the hook. Fine. Since Ian-san wasn't offended, we'll let you off the hook.
Ugh, so stubborn. But whatever. So anyway, Dane, do you have any new info about the Abyss Order for us? Any idea what they're trying to achieve with this war, for example?
You know, what's interesting is that obviously we can assume that Dane doesn't see us as a denizen of a nation of the Seven, because we're not, and he knows that. If anything, we're more tied to Konri through our sibling than we are to nations of the Seven, at least when we first started our journey. But that kind of shows that he automatically also views Paimon as not belonging to any nation of the Seven. Fascinating. Paimon, where do you come from? What does Dane know about you that I don't? Anyways. Never before have I seen the Abyss Order take action on such a large scale. Taken at face value, it seems highly logical. In a war with the Natlanese, the odds are stacked firmly against them. They surely cannot be unaware of this. The true goal must be a deeper one. It's a distraction! That's what I'm saying!
We thought so too. But it sounds like you're no closer to learning what that goal is than we are.
Well, maybe it's our turn to share some information. I've been on the case for some time, even captured and interrogated several Abyss Order members. Yet still, I am none the wiser. I can only assume they have gone to great lengths to keep their real operations a secret. I have a bad feeling about this. The Abyss Order is wasting a lot of its forces attacking Natlan. So whatever they stand to gain must hold enormous value to them.
What do you think we should do?
I think we should tell him about the key and about Deirdith. He might even know Deirdith. Have known? Once knew? Since we lack actionable intelligence, for now, we might as well continue to focus on the fighting. Leave them to their secret plots. If they're so willing to sacrifice manpower for it, I intend to make that sacrifice greater and more painful than they could ever have anticipated. Such a cool line! It's such a cool shot! Dane, why are you so cool? If we use this opportunity correctly, I believe we can eliminate the vast majority of the Abyss Order's forces. They'll never be able to mount such a large campaign ever again. That outcome is well worth our time. And the sooner we can do that, the better. That's right. The ideal scenario would be to destroy them before they can reach their goal.
Paimon gets it. Nothing in the world can satisfy you like making mincemeat out of the Abyss Order, right?
What a way to put it. Right.
Wow.
And we know she's not wrong.
A rare, candid response from Dane.
I do wonder if maybe getting to, like, punch his brother in the face would also give him that same level of satisfaction, but who knows? We'll have to get there when we get there. Sounds like Dane's one-man attack on the enemy front has put him in a good mood. What about you? Any news to share from your end? Oh, do we?
Well, actually, we found her brother's hibernation chamber key near the Collective of Plenty. He must have lost it.
I can't wait to see Dane's reaction to this. So he's here in person. Unsurprising, given the scale of this operation.
Oh, and there's more! After finding the key, we also ran into this weird girl.
Here we go. So interesting that Dane immediately assumes that the key means that Ether is here nearby. Not that Ether passed it on to someone to send a message, not that someone else stole it from him, not that he dropped it. I feel like between the Traveler's reaction and Dane's reaction, we can assume that both siblings take very good care of these keys and would not let them go far from them for long. So he's probably nearby. I hope we run into him. And here we go about Deirdre. Oh my gosh.
She kept seeing monsters that we couldn't see, and then, this other time, we saw a load of monsters, but she couldn't.
I'm still thinking about the details of that. Like the spirit layer, she's seeing monsters that were there in the past, time and space warping. Anyways.
She also said she was on a journey to find the Savior. Her description of this Savior matched the Traveler pretty closely, so we figured it's probably her brother.
I can't remember if I reacted to this information in the first part of this quest, but did I ever actually process the fact that there was a prophecy in Konri about our sibling? That's just striking me as something really important. Oh my god, did I just gloss over that last time? We know people have been making prophecies for ages, but I would love to know more about that. Hold on. That girl called him the Savior? Oh yeah? Sound familiar?
Yeah, that's right. Is something the matter, Dane?
And I wonder if that's like if that prophecy was a widely known thing in Konri, or if only certain people knew about it and or believed it. That might tell us a lot about Deirdre's identity. The last time I heard that term was before the Cataclysm. And not just that, it referred to your brother then, too. But who would still believe in the myth of the Savior when the Cataclysm has already taken place? It makes no sense. That term's been around even before the Cataclysm.
Wait, wasn't her brother called the Prince, though? Where did this Savior thing come from?
It almost seems like they might have found him, recruited him, he became the Prince, so Savior turned into Prince? Well, when he was first granted the title of Prince, the Vinster King and the entire court of Konri set about loudly proclaiming the might that he would bring to the nation. Fascinating. Tell me more. They made it sound as if with him there, all pain and suffering would be washed away, and the future of Konri would be brighter than anyone could imagine. Yeah, they really put a lot of weight on his shoulders, didn't they? The Savior was the celebratory title given to the Prince by those who believed this rhetoric. Of course, you know how that story ended. In hindsight, the cruel irony is glaring. All that title really stood for was the Vinster King's lust for power.
Huh. Sounds like the people of Konri really believed in him.
Look at how serious the Traveler looks. She probably knows exactly how her brother would have felt about all this. Is that why Ether is so determined to revive the homeland? Because he thinks he's failed as the Konrian savior? But that certainly doesn't explain everything. There must be other reasons. As for the girl you met, Allow me to offer some speculation. I suspect she is descended from pure-blooded Konrians afflicted with the curse of immortality. They must have resettled somewhere remote, cut off from the rest of the world. That would explain how her people retained their ancient beliefs, including the myth of the golden-haired savior.
Ah, Paimon gets it now. So, a bit like Kaya, except she grew up somewhere more isolated?
Oh, I love it when the game just casually reminds us that there's the Kaya ticking time bomb to go off at any moment.
Still, that doesn't explain the invisible monster situation.
It really doesn't, and I highly doubt, even though that is the most sensible conclusion, the idea that Dane has postulated, I kind of doubt that's the answer. Sometimes the most sensible answer isn't always the right one. When it comes to solving these mysteries, at least. Especially in a world with magic. Anyways, if she can't provide us with any more valuable intelligence, I suggest we shift our attention back to the Abyss Order. Now, to be fair, if they were doing... Ooh, I was about to say, if they were doing something mysterious that brought her forward in time, there would be other consequences, right? Symptoms, basically, ley line disorders and whatnot. But we have seen one. See, Talali told us about that noise, that signal.
Sure. Also, why don't you stay with us at the Masters of the Night Wind for tonight? You must be tired after all that fighting today.
Yeah, and sleep inside. I will consider it, but we must discuss our next steps first thing tomorrow morning. We can't give the Abyss Order any time to regroup. Makes sense, that's reasonable. Wait until the following day. I absolutely shall not! I'm going to Deirdith. Deirdith! Theoretically, I can find her. I just found her earlier to start this episode. You go here, and then... Is it across? Or is it up? Oh god, I jinxed it. Oh, it's up there! Wait. No. I don't know anything anymore. I'm going up here. Right? Right? And then you climb like 3 cliffs? Yeah, this is the way. Yeah, the way that Dane just completely settled on the most reasonable explanation, while a reasonable choice of action, makes me really suspect more and more that that's not the answer. Because I really just can't see Deirdith settling in, like, with the Collective of Plenty as a new Forevermore NPC. The alternative is that she's going to die, which I would really rather avoid. And so in hopes of not seeing her die, I must simply assume that she's a memory projected from the past. In which case she's already dead. But you know, my heart can't take it if she dies in front of me.
Don't worry. I'll make sure I find a way to get in touch. I mean, as long as you don't mind, that is.
Same dialogue. Okay. Wait until the following day. I'm kind of curious if she's going to vanish. There we go. I was trying to find a spot where we wouldn't rise into the sky. Wow, we didn't. And she didn't. Oh god, don't spin me around like that. I need eyes on the Deirdith.
Don't worry. I'll make sure...
Same dialogue. Sorry to cut you off. Just making sure you're still alive for a given definition of alive. Let's look at her outfit while we still can. Yes, triangles. Indeed. Gloves? Indeed. Suspicious flowers. The eyes. She really doesn't look like a pure-blooded Konrian, but it is possible that after 500 years, their eye color would have changed. That's the main thing. I almost said symptom. That's the main distinctive characteristic that we know. That their eyes have the diamond shape and that they're very blue. Now, her eyes are kind of purplish, which is a color made with blue, but still. No, we can't give them that much time.
Is that Dane and Neon-san discussing strategy together? Huh. Looks like they're getting along just fine.
Hooray! There is something to be said about, you know, Konri is being punished for the actions of at least 5 people, maybe a couple more if you want to throw in the Venster King in there. And that's definitely unfair, that the entire civilization was destroyed and people are suffering to this day for the actions of those 5 individuals. So it's kind of interesting to see Dane doing something somewhat similar, where he has this coldness to all citizens of the 7 for the actions of the 7. You know, it's kind of a little bit of a mirror there, a nice foil? I don't know. Dane's just such a wonderfully complex character. Seems like they're getting along now.
What are you guys talking about?
Is it time to destroy the enemy?
You're here. I have some good news to share with you.
They retreated? I don't know if that's a good news.
We just got word from the Scions of the Canopy. Their intelligence has reported that they've discovered the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natlan.
Now that's the kind of good news I'm talking about, yeah.
After their front lines dissolved, the bulk of their forces fell back to that area. It's also where their central command is located.
Because I bet that's where a certain somebody is, if he's still around.
The location? The Cinder City.
Oh, I love it.
Cinder City, huh? That tracks. Seems like their kind of place. Hey, this is great! This could be our chance to crush the Abyss Order once and for all!
I appreciate your optimism, Paimon.
And with any luck, maybe we'll find your brother there too!
Let's go. Oh, I would love to talk to that young man.
Yep, our army is almost ready, and we've sent a message to Mawika to let her know the plan. We can't really launch an operation this big without the okay from the Archon.
I beg to differ. This is wasting time. Of course he would differ. It's a human Archon, though. No, he would still hate the idea, wouldn't he? You have the intel you need, so act on it. Every second you delay only increases the Abyss Order's odds of survival. Counter idea. You and the Traveler and Paimon go as like a forward group in order to maintain eyes on the enemy and that chain of intelligence, is that a thing? And then Mawika and the others can decide whether or not they want to back us up, which they probably will. We're kind of forcing their hand, but at least we get to go in advance.
I've already explained my reasoning, Mr. Dainsleif. I understand your concern, but an immediate strike is not on the cards for us.
But it is for us. Very well. Then I will go there alone. Thank you for the intel, Aeon-san.
You're gonna go on your own? Come on, be sensible. Just wait a tiny bit longer and you'll have a whole army going with you.
It's all right. I support your decision, Mr. Dainsleif.
She understands his perspective as well.
Huh? Shouldn't you be talking sense into him?
I admire his courage, and I believe he is strong enough to take on the Abyss Order on his own. And even if things don't go to plan, he just needs to bide his time until we arrive with reinforcements.
And we can go with him, right? Traveler, you're thinking the same thing as me, right?
Mr. Dainsleif, I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, and then he looks at us, yeah? He's trying to see what we're going to decide, I think.
Looks like he's waiting for you to say something, Traveler.
These dialogue options. Allow me to join you, Dainsleif, or alright, fine, I'm coming.
Oh, for a second there, Paimon actually thought he was gonna brave it alone. And then he called his own bluff.
I love it. Of course we're going. This is the Abyss Order. I'm looking for flowers. Our brother might be there. Our answers are presumably there. Yeah, that quest marker is a little bit too close to that statue. I don't want to teleport right into the cutscene. I want to advance through the skies. There should be a little something for us to pick up. Oh no, we're too far forward. We'll just have to walk. That's great. I can pick up some artifacts along the way. So the one question that's still on the forefront of my mind is why? Why would the Abyss Order do whatever it is that they did that brought Deirdre here? Ooh. You know, my initial guess last episode was because of information, basically, intel. Maybe they didn't mean to get Deirdre, maybe they meant to get somebody else. Or maybe they're testing out their product and just chose someone random to see if they can bring a whole bunch of Konrians forward. But no idea. I wonder if potentially Aether's, not exactly loyalty, but let's just use that word for now, is wavering. Because I think there's a large amount of complex reasons that Aether is working with the Abyss Order. You know, on the range of he feels a personal duty to help save Konri as much as he can, help restore Konri as much as he can, or get vengeance for Konri as much as he can. Ranging from that to they might literally have control of his fate right now. So, I wonder if his opinion on the Abyss Order is changing. Because his whole motivations might not be, hey, I want to serve the Abyss Order. His motivations are more, I have goals and the Abyss Order serves them. And so if you were ever to think, maybe actually I should leave the Abyss Order, and presuming that he's physically capable of doing so, they could pull someone like Deirdith forward to basically guilt trip him into staying. Reaffirm the beliefs and, you know, psychological state he was in when he initially joined the Abyss Order, in order to get him to reaffirm his loyalty, to use that word again. So that's a concern, that this is all just a whole bunch of horrible manipulation of my dear sibling, but we'll see. Hey! Assault the Abyss Order stronghold? Sure! Sounds great! Let's try not to die.
The Abyss Order's hideout in Netland?
She looks so familiar to me. A little bit more abyssal than usual, though, I will agree. All these years, the Abyss Order has managed to stay hidden or fiercely defend their position. This may be the first chance I've ever had to finally make a serious dent in their forces. Which reminds me, once the fighting starts, I can't promise I'll be able to have your back at a moment's notice. But if you run into any abyss-powered mechanisms, feel free to leave them to me. I'll take care of them when I can. Mechanisms, specifically? Are you talented with mechanisms for some reason?
It's been so long since we fought with Dane side by side. Paimon's confident we can clear this place out long before Eon-san arrives.
We'll see.
And if you get to meet your brother again, even better. Let's go!
Ooh, alternative idea. Maybe this whole thing isn't a setup to guilt trip our brother into staying with the Abyss Order, but to get us to join the Abyss Order. Ooh, tutorial. What? What? No way! In this battle, Dainsleif will show you the might of the Twilight Sword. Someone here to clear out the obstacles that bar your path? Is he even playable, or is it just like summon him to drop an ultimate and then he leaves? The swordsmanship Dainsleif has mastered as the Konrian court guard captain allows him to easily espy the weaknesses in opposing elemental wards. Fascinating. His long war against the Abyss has made him highly cognizant of their weaknesses, allowing him to also destroy their void wards. Oh my god. What is this? What are you? Are you a thing of resurrection? Party setup. Oh, cool. I think we can keep the party as is. Now, if I use Dainsleif now, will it, like, use up his charge? Okay, a 12-second cooldown? 11 or 12? That's the coolest freaking thing. Oh my god. Oh my god. He just walked on set. Ah, they're going to the bubble. No turning back now. That's so cool. So, you want to get the shields, do you? Let's startle them. Bring him forth. Whoa. Whoa. Couldn't you have gotten the other one, Dane? The other one's what I need your help with. Let's bring him back. I mean, while we have him, we've got to use him as much as we can, right? He just deletes it. I love it so much. I love it. Yeah, makes sense. You would know how to get through an elemental shield. Dainsleif really said, screw your elements. I have the power of darkness on my side. Get him, Dane. You won't get another chance? Oh my god, straight through that shield like it was nothing. And now I've been hurt. Wow, I thought I just heard an Oculus. That was weird. I'm so pleased right now. Oh, there's another one. Hey, Dane, can you get that guy? Thank you, Dane. That is so cool. That is so cool. And yeah, these enemies are definitely different than the normal Cinder City setup, shall we say. But I always get these guys mixed up. Are you a Lector or a Herald? You're a Lector. Alright, I'm waiting for him to get a shield so I can ask Dane to take care of it. Okay, Dane, there you go. That's your cue. He's gone!
No one's backing down. They're fighting back with everything they have.
Yeah, they're trying to defend the stronghold. Given the construction of their headquarters and the tactics they're using, I suspect they never intended to leave survivors in this battle in the first place. Suits me. Oh, there was healing on the field. Whoops. Oh my god. Hi? The shield's not gonna come up until I actually fight you a little bit, isn't it?
Get to work.
Alright, Dane, you can have this guy if you'd like. You're not Dane. There he is. Oh my god, you took my ultimate right as I tried to use it. How dare you? Oh, cool. I set those things on fire. I didn't even know I could do that. Makes sense, though. They would. They would burn, wouldn't they? Ha 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 ha. Alright, Dane's left 1 second, if you don't mind. There he is. That's not him. Where is he? Goodness me. Like, there's something really interesting to say about how the second somebody's on 5, I can never find the person who's on 4 anymore. The truth is out, I never memorized where the placements were, I just memorized, like, their relative pitch to each other, which is wild. Get him, Dane. Ouch. I've been poisoned, Dane! Oh my god, he really got them. They're just gone. Nice, nice, nice. Let's switch off. Oh, right, she's just gonna get hurt again anyways because of the poison. I've been poisoned. Let's let Dane do it. Oh. I don't even know what he attacked. But he attacked something, I guess. Thanks for your help. Getting an enemy that I didn't even see. Wow. Okay, still in battle. Technically, she won't heal. No worries. I need more light. I can't see where I'm going. Are we in battle still? I guess. Yeah. Alright, Dane. Let's let these guys get their shields up. 1, 2, 3. And there they go. Let that guy teleport. So then Dane can go. I don't think he can get all of them, though. They're too spread out. But we got some of them. I'll take it. Ouch. That hurt. Arlecchino.
Relentless spectre.
They know him.
The abyss is all present. To flee is futile. To resist it in vain.
I'm trying so hard to listen to what they're saying. Man, I wonder how many times they've tried to recruit Dane's Lift. Can you imagine? It must be... Oh my god, Arlie. It must be many, many times. Anyways, have fun, Dane. I tried to summon him and he didn't come. There he goes. I want to watch. Oh, okay, so the enemies can dodge. I think these guys accidentally moved out of the way, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. I want to get these before they go away. Great. V. Halder. Oh, 5! Halder. The Corrupt. Okay, there you go, Dane. You can get Halder the Corrupt. Oh, wow. You really caught him. And I'll get Onscare, the Frigid Glare. Oh, he's glaring at us so frigidly. Alright, there you go with your shield. And... Yikes, yikes. Okay, okay, young man. So vivacious. We've reached the end, but still no trace of your brother. So, who's calling the shots here? Fascinating question that I would also like to know. That was so cool. I've got to do it one more time. I want to see that symbol he puts down. Imagine we summon him now and he just takes out the final boss before we even get there. Fascinating. I feel like that's a specific symbol that has a name, but I don't know it off the top of my head. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Thanks for fighting alongside us this time, Dainsliff. Are you the boss? That's kind of boring. I was hoping for, like, you know, my brother, or I suppose Vedrfolnir. Who are you? Who's to say this isn't Vedrfolnir? I guess I was picturing a giant rock. Oh, that's a swoop if I've ever seen one.
Twilight Sword Dainsliff. Is this really what you want?
Okay, cool voice. Cool delivery. Inquisitus Baptist, okay. But words of Heaven's End? So cool. Oh my god. Oh, it's Word Sword. Even cooler! Oh my god, I love it. It is indeed. I will take every opportunity to hunt you down to the last man.
So where's the Traveler's brother then? Or is this guy supposed to be in charge here?
I get the feeling he's stalling us. He's probably second in command.
So, this is a hunt to you. I must say I pity you, Dainsliff. The death you dole out so readily to others is a luxury you yourself cannot enjoy.
Indeed. But I mean... so many things. So many things.
Today, that is the least of your worries. Do you realize that all your years of pursuing us are being rendered utterly meaningless, even as we speak?
So I really think what they mean by that is that they're bringing or they're trying at least to bring others back from the past. I don't think they're going to succeed. That's way too powerful. But either they're gaining some sort of power that this guy feels makes all of their previous losses worth it, or they're going to do something to make it so that those previous losses at Dane's hand never meant anything. They're going to try to bring everyone back, right? Is that what you're doing? Your riddles tire me. The overwhelming advantage is ours, at least for the moment. You know what that means for you. I'd like to see what makes you believe you've already won, or that you can still turn the tide of this war.
Then allow me to be frank. As far as we are concerned, our prince has already won by other means.
Yeah, he's out there. He's doing stuff with time travel. I don't really think it's time travel. It's more like summoning a soul forward, but it kind of depends on whether or not the body has been shipped of Theseus or not. Anyways, moving forward.
And I do not merely mean this battle. No. His Highness has achieved something far greater.
What, spaceflight? Is he leaving me behind?
For today, the Abyss Order's greatest wish has finally been fulfilled.
The Abyss Order's greatest wish. Does that mean... I feel like I should know this, but I feel like there's so many options. What? The eradication of the gods? The destruction of Celestia? The resurrection of Konri? The eradication of humanity? Gotta be more specific. Dainsleif agrees. He says, Tch.
Our Highness quietly infiltrated the Night Kingdom to exploit that realm's past experience with ley line reconstruction.
What, did you build a second Loom of Fate?
And then used the Loom of
Oh.
Fate to reweave the ley lines of Konri.
I don't entirely hate that, actually. I think that's great. What terrible consequences there to this, though?
What? He used the Loom of Fate?
Fascinating. They used it. They really used it, and we just didn't notice?
Wait. Does this mean the attack on the Masters of the Night Wind was all a smokescreen to give him some cover?
I mean, absolutely. That's what we've been thinking this whole time. It was a distraction.
Oh no. This makes too much sense.
Correct. As of now, our homeland has been revived.
I'm kind of delighted by this, actually. Like, I think this is great. But, I mean, okay, so let's think about this. If Konri now has ley lines again, then let's assume they're operating like normal ley lines, and they're collecting and transmitting information, and also probably souls of the dead. And that would kind of explain Deirdith's presence? Not really. What, is she a ghost? I want more details there. I should think about that a little bit more. Because if Konri's ley lines are back in action, then yeah. Potentially... Oh, that's a horrible thought. If the ley lines themselves were destroyed, specifically in Konria during the Cataclysm, then does that mean that all the Konrians who died, and we've been kind of dancing around the subject here in Netland, their souls never went anywhere? Because we know they can't go to the Night Kingdom because they're not of Natlan. But I have been wondering, like, where do they go? Just to, like, the general worldly afterlife, I assume. But if the ley lines specifically in Konria were destroyed, then does that mean that everyone who died in Konria at that time, like, went to limbo, basically? And then over time, their souls would have faded away, right? That's what happens to souls that don't make it into the Night Kingdom, at least. Probably the souls that don't make it into the ley lines as well. So, I feel like by rebuilding these ley lines, they allow the cycle of life and death to continue. Potentially also do some things with fate, but not really the ley lines. It's more of a star thing. Let's leave that there for a moment. But what about all the people who already died, though? You can't just bring their souls back, like the souls that disintegrated over time. If any souls were still living... Oh, does this mean all the Hilichurls that are still alive? If they die, they might get a chance to be reborn as humans? Fascinating. Anyways, I just feel like as of now, our homeland has been revived is a little bit of a strong statement. As far as I can tell, as of now, you have made the foundation of your homeland's revival. Like, this is an absolute win for Konria. Let's not get that wrong. But I just feel like you can't say that because it's not like, what, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people have just come back to life.
And all of my comrades that you have slain, Dainsleif, they shall forget the struggles that have beset them these past 500 years and begin their lives anew in a Konria restored to life.
I mean, yeah, I think this is amazing. There's probably consequences for this, but I, for one, am delighted. So, yeah, he really is saying basically that all the enemies that died are going to be able to come back to life because they will be reborn through the natural cycles of life and death. But it's been 500 years. Surely most of their souls have dissipated by now. Where were they staying otherwise if they were protected somewhere? Or are you just counting on everyone having a tremendous amount of willpower? What a load of drivel. Look at that glare. He doesn't believe it in the least. Your falsehoods are riddled with flaws. My ears tire of your tedium. Isn't there more to reviving a homeland than just reweaving its ley lines?
Right. You still need a few steps after that, such as finding a place to host the ley lines you just rewove.
And also, you need the people to be reborn. They're not just going to spawn out of nowhere, right? You theoretically need, like, families and children. And that means you're going to need food down there. You're going to need water. You're going to need a livable ecosystem. Habitation zones. There's kind of a lot of work involved. I feel like maybe you should have done this well. Who knows that they haven't done that work already, you know?
Plus, if it was really so easy, Malika and the captain would have had a way easier time during the war.
Oh yeah, what about the tremendous amounts of power that you need to sacrifice to do something like this? Or not exactly sacrifice, but burn through, which might require human sacrifice. I have one simple question. If Konria has indeed been revived as you claim, then where is it?
Oh, you poor fools. Clinging to delusions, even after the truth has been plainly revealed to you.
I don't know. I think they make some excellent points.
Think back on the past few days. Have you truly not noticed anything amiss since the start of the war?
I mean, Dirdith. But sure, go on. Anything amiss? Are there signs that I could have missed? Oh, the key as well? I didn't really notice anything off with the Abyss Order, to be real. We kind of were just attacking them here and there. Oh, hello. Oh, the signal thing.
I sensed something strange in my dream. It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's ley lines.
There's that noise. So do you think the noise is an entire other set of ley lines, like, lying on top of Natlan's? Or could it be like hundreds and thousands of souls passing through it into the other ley lines?
Oh, what does that mean?
Hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom or on our ley lines, but still.
Weird, right?
It's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk, but I just get the sense that something strange is going on.
I also vaguely remember seeing Aether in the Night Kingdom, facing the Lord of the Night. I'm going to be so mad if... Okay, I was going to say, if he sacrificed the Lord of the Night in order to do this, but he honestly might have just asked. Wait, that's not all. There were other signs as well. Oh, we're thinking! We learned so much in Sumeru, we can think now!
The Abyss Order retreated when we attacked their stronghold with Yansan and Sitlali. This isn't their usual style.
I forgot about all these little details.
According to a guard stationed near the Masters of the Nightwind, many members of the Abyss Order were seen idling around during the lull in the conflict, even settling down to meditate. I couldn't see the monsters that Dirdith could see, and she couldn't see the ones I could. We could only see the monsters in each other's sight after making physical contact.
Okay. So they don't have me doing any associates. So let's try...
According to a guard stationed near the Masters of the Nightwind, many members of the Abyss Order were seen idling around during the lull in the conflict, even settling down to meditate. The Abyss Order retreated when we attacked their stronghold with Yansan.
Okay, so they're just letting us see it all
I
again.
couldn't see the monsters that...
Okay. Which of these events is proof that Konri has been revived? No. That was just part of the plan. This is interesting. And it's probably related. But is it proof? It's a lot of us seeing not the whole part of the story, you know? This, I feel like, is... It has the most questions associated with it still, which I think means it's the most powerful piece of information we have here. Assuming he is right, then another possibility arises. Maybe I'm in a different time and space from Deirdre. If she's Konrian like Dane suspects, then that means... This revived Konria that he speaks of might actually exist. And despite hailing from that separate space and time, Deirdre has found a way to communicate with us. So you're saying... It's not that, like, the ley lines are on a different order, it's not that they called her forward through time, it's that they've overlaid two realities on top of each other. And she's, for some reason, slipping between the two of them. Oh, man. I was picturing that sort of thing if the ley lines were, like, a spiritual layer. But it's a whole Konria layer? That's so cool! Whatever may be going through your mind right now, do not trust it. I urge you not to believe his lies. The notion that Konria has been revived is preposterous. Unless I see it with my own eyes, I refuse to entertain it. There is only one thing that should demand our attention in this instant, and that is silencing this man for good. Oh, get him, Dainsleif! Obstinate fools, says Dainsleif. Well, I'll let him do the fighting since he is so incensed. I'm literally not going to do anything. I'm going to try to defeat this just with Dane. This seems to be his fight more than mine. I'll handle this? Yeah, go for it. Good job, Dane.
You battled in vain. The Abyss Order's mission
Ooh.
has been fulfilled.
Oh, it's your head. I thought there was like a symbol on his chest. It's just his glowy head. Wow. Okay, so 2 hits to get through his shield. 1 hit while he's down. This will take a while. Here we go. And honestly, I can't even do much to help get through that shield. I could maybe attack him while he's down. I don't know. I feel like the Traveler wouldn't want to attack this guy until we had answers. Oh, but you hurt me. Rude. I'll just do this. I wonder if I can boost Dane. Oh, well, my boost is gone anyways. My body is failing me? Fascinating. Second layer, Konria layer. I mean, I feel like I'm concerned. And also, that doesn't really follow from having rewoven the ley lines. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Even if there is a separate, like, layer slash dimension upon which Konria now exists.
That should be all of them, right? So, we've destroyed the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natlan, but somehow, that didn't feel satisfying at all.
So even if there is, like, a real Konria that now exists on a different level of reality, I wonder how built up that layer of reality is. Because, like, you know, here in this world has existed for ages. It's huge. There's so much to do. There's so much to see. Plants, animals, life. You know, it's a world in which you can live. On that layer, like, what is there? Is there anything? Is there much? To be fair, the Abyss Order might have been working towards this for about 500 years, so maybe they have built up a lot. But it kind of reminds me of our questions with the Little One quest. You know, if you destroy all life in order to just defeat the Abyss, then what's the point of defeating the Abyss? Nothing exists. So it's like, what kind of life is that? It's not life anymore. So these guys living on the secondary layer, what kind of life is that? Is there anything there? On the other hand, how does rebuilding the ley lines constitute making an entire secondary world on which people can live? Like a secondary layer, as we've been saying. Like, we know that they have the Loom of Fate, and we know what the Loom of Fate can do, but I don't really see the connection between the Loom of Fate's abilities and the claim that this Inquisitus Baptist was making. So yeah, I kind of doubt what he's saying. If anything, what I can picture is a ley line system has been built. And who knows where those physically are. They could be in the ground, they could be beneath the Night Kingdom, they could be in a secondary dimension kind of like the Night Kingdom, but different from it. And all of the souls of... I almost said Natlan. All the souls of Konri are now being collected there. The ones that still exist in this world. That have died but haven't moved on and haven't disintegrated. And if they're all collecting in there, then there's basically souls in there. And that could explain Deirdith's presence, because she's not living. She is technically dead, so she would be a ghost, basically. I don't know. It's just like... I really doubt what that Inquisitus Baptist was saying, now that I think about it. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was a grain of truth at the same time. Anyhow.
Are you still thinking about what that guy said? You look really worried.
Deirdith is the only potential lead we have. I think we should at least talk to her about all this. I hope she's still there. I understand. You think she might be from the revived Konria, yes? I have said my piece. I doubt Konria could be revived so easily. But if it will give you some peace of mind, you should talk to her and test your theory. You're not interested in coming with? I will stay here and do some post-battle cleanup. Perhaps there are some clues left to be found. Okay. You're not keeping anything from us, are you? You better stay in touch, buddy. Look at that. We're not even gone yet, and he's got a suspicious look about him. Also, you're about to be attacked. Oh my god! I really thought he'd deflect that! Excuse me? Humph, he says? I thought your voice and attitude seemed familiar. My mistake. I should have made sure you were dead earlier. You know this guy? The curse of immortality has struck you too then, Hayden.
500 years on, and you still refuse to address me as master.
Is this the guy who taught Dainsleif swordsmanship, I assume?
Don't forget, Dainsleif. You may be the renowned Twilight Sword, while my arm has grown too feeble to swing a blade. But I taught you everything you know about wielding a blade.
Yeah, okay, swordsmanship teacher. Sick, okay. Huh. Your arrogance and malice cost you all my respect long ago. I gotta hand it to Dane, he's so cool.
Be that as it may, under the circumstances, I see no further reason for us to fight. The curse of immortality means neither of us has a way to completely destroy the other.
Yeah, he just stuck his hand through Dainsleif's chest. Like, did he strike him a mortal wound and Dane just didn't die because he's immortal? Did it heal completely? Does he now just have a gaping wound? Was that just like an abyssal hand? It looked pretty spectral, so maybe it wasn't a real piercing, shall we say, but more like when the, like the Harbinger move when they try to steal Gnosis? What was he trying to do just then? It doesn't seem to have hurt him at all. Speak for yourself. I intend to kill you 100 times over. Oh, smooth. Dane, did you really stay behind just so you could beat up your master? I guess he's got a lot of pent-up anger to vent. I don't know if this is entirely healthy. Look at the floaty thing behind him. It's so cool. That shape is fascinating.
Have you finally had enough? You weren't joking then, huh?
It almost looks like wings. It almost looks like antlers.
Never, in all my worst nightmares, have I experienced anything close to the pain of 100 deaths. Surely, there's no point taking out all your hatred on me alone.
That was just for your actions in the Abyss Order. If I took into account what you did in Konria, you'd soon find out how much darker your nightmares can become.
All right, I believe you. Still, Aren't you at least a little tired now? Why don't we sit down, perhaps? Chat a little.
They are definitely trying to stall him. I feel like they're also maybe trying to shoot their shot just to see if they could recruit him. They sent out someone who has a personal connection to him. I really feel like, at the very least, they're trying to stall him, and they might be trying to recruit him now that they've had some serious wins on their side, it sounds like. He's not gonna listen to it, though.
What? Not a fan of reminiscing about old times?
Oh my god.
Well, I suppose you don't have many fond memories to look back on.
And how quickly the veneer of friendliness fades. I never thought you'd side with the Abyss Order, Hayden. You could have easily blamed the prince for his betrayal.
Indeed. When the cataclysm first struck, everyone prayed for the savior to deliver them. But he was nowhere to be found.
Is this when he tried to leave? Because... Okay, fascinating. What was he trying to do? Because I'm thinking about the very first cutscene, when the travelers tried to leave this planet. It was theoretically right during the cataclysm, right? Because the playable traveler recounts that it was a time of war, basically. She remembers seeing the cataclysm, so she was awake at that time, and they tried to leave at that time. Why did he try to leave Konri? Did they just happen to find... My brain is breaking on all the different names. Did they just happen to find the playable traveler right at that time? Did he crack under all the pressure? Did he learn something? Where was he? What was he doing? Was he trying to save someone?
We knew that the great abyssal power within him had been divided up.
Wait, this is new information, right? Last I recall, the sinners had found the abyssal power, like, in the abyss. What do you mean within him? He found it first? Did he intentionally bring it with him? Did they force him to bring it with him? Did he accidentally do it?
Yet we still despaired at his choice to leave us.
I'm really trying to remember if this has been shared with us before, that he had that abyssal power first. I don't recall that. Also, fascinating potential for there to be, like... Obviously, already there's, like, an abyssal twin. He's part of the abyssal order. The Abyss Order. And then there's us. Fascinating potential there to be, like... an abyss twin and... like an elemental twin, because we're getting all the elements, and if he were ever to regain all those fragments of those abyssal power, that would be pretty cool. But then again, why? Moving on.
Still, I believe that everything he's doing now, including his regret over what happened, comes from a genuine place in his heart. And besides, who else can we place our faith in? We are proud Konrians, are we not? I mean, we can hardly turn to the gods.
Is that a joke? I suppose you have changed a lot over the past 500 years. Otherwise, I'd have never expected you to forgive him. Had you been so generous during your time at the Knight Academy as my instructor in Black Serpent blade work, I might not have come to loathe you so much.
Is that so?
All my good deeds were clearly in the spirit of the Academy's code of chivalry. Yet I received corporal punishment for being restless and brash. So he's always been this, like, lone wolf heroic figure, basically. And even in Konria, he was kind of different for that. And he literally received punishment for that. Corporal punishment, too. And this guy either did it or he ordained it, sounds like. And as much as it pains me to bring up his name, even my co-student, Serta Logi, was prosecuted for following the Knights of Spirithood. He even lost limbs over it. There's little point discussing it now, of course, but all of this was your doing, wasn't it, Hayden? This is the guy who kind of decided that. Now this is fascinating. Because, you know, all this time we've heard about Konria's destruction, Konria's suffering, Konria paying the price of the actions of the few. And now we're getting to see, hey, even though they definitely were judged unfairly, they weren't perfect either. They had some terrible people in there as well. Besides the sinners. Not that I know much about the sinners, you know. Anyways, moving on. You wore a mask of benevolence as you viciously suppressed the next generation of knights. All to bolster your own position and reputation. Yeah, I don't like this guy. What? Too cowardly to admit it?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dainsleif. I would apologize to you for those actions, truly. But the fact is...
You don't feel sorry? Or they don't matter now?
I honestly can't remember them anymore.
That's... wow. Yeah, I mean, it's been 500 years. And to him, it was such... like a non-issue. To Dainsleif, he sees his co-student losing limbs. To this guy, it's just another Tuesday. That's... wow.
Look at me. Look at what has become of me. Only by the Abyss's grace have I managed to maintain this physical form.
Not gonna lie, I think Dane's physical form is a little bit better. And he hasn't used Abyssal power to do that. How does that make you feel?
But as for the rest, memories, spirit, emotions, personality, they have long become eroded, fragmented beyond recognition.
Fascinating. Makes sense. Relying on the Abyss to keep you alive. It eats away at you over time. It's not you anymore. You're just someone.
Even if mine was a past steeped in sin, or in shame I once longed to hide, I would wish to remember it.
Interesting.
Without my history, I fear I will become another person entirely.
I bet he fears that he already has.
I would like to apologize for any misdeeds that are mine. So please, tell me everything. Tell me about the Konri we once called home.
On one hand, I believe him. On the other hand... or at least I believe this could be true. But on the other hand, I really feel like he's trying to stall Dane. No wonder your personality struck me as different. Memories are indeed a crucial part of a person's identity. So, the Konri we once called home. And of course he's going to tell him everything he remembers. Dainsleif slowly closes his eyes. Countless memories flow into his mind, all the sights, memories, and feelings, everything etched into his heart. Simply recalling everything seems to take a long time.
To remember much. Could you tell me more about it? About our golden age?
I am not interested. I have neither the time nor the sympathy.
Is that so? What a pity.
Yeah!
This will be quite sufficient. As long as the loom of fate heard what I could not.
That's what it was about. It was a lie. Just trying to get those memories recorded. Now that the new loom or the new ley line system is up and running theoretically, this poor man, Dainsleif, has fought for 500 years against the Abyss Order. And they keep using him to their benefit. Oh, he must hate it. His own thoughts have been used by the enemy. The Loom of Fate. What have you done? Tell me.
I'm afraid I owe you yet another apology, Dainsleif.
Yeah.
You were right. I lied to you earlier. Your wits are too sharp to be fooled by me.
Oh my... I was so fascinated by, like, you know, this reflection and inspection of what eternity without end and the Abyss does to a person's psyche. And he's like, oh, I was lying.
The homeland hasn't yet been revived.
Hey! Wait, no, that's bad.
Even the ley line weaving is not yet complete.
Oh, okay.
Think of ley lines as the collection of memories concerning a given place. To reweave Konri's ley lines as they were 500 years ago, we would somehow need to retrieve almost all the memories of Konri from that age.
So, 2 points to this. Maybe Konri's ley lines weren't even deliberately destroyed, but I wonder if, hypothetically, not like this has happened before, if an entire nation was wiped out. and everyone who had memory of living in that place died, then the ley lines might just wither away naturally because there's no memories sustaining them anymore. I feel like they do need to be deliberately damaged as well because it's a collection of memories of a place. So long as that place is still there, I don't know if they would necessarily die away, even if there's no more memories being generated. But the other thing is, we would somehow need to retrieve almost all the memories of Konria from that age. I do wonder if maybe they are deliberately trying to tap into the memory of Konrians from Konria, and that's what's going on with Deirdith.
The loom of fate cannot weave without an abundant supply of memories.
Side note, if in trying to weave these ley lines they steal Dane's memories and he forgets them, I'm going to be so mad.
And so, we relied on everyone in the Abyss Order to provide what they could. Even though fragments are all that remain in most cases, the more we all share, the more that can be restored.
Oh, that's why the Abyss Order people were, like, meditating. So, the Loom of Fate is running as we speak, and the so-called meditation your members have been performing, its purpose was to supply the Loom with memories, wasn't it?
Indeed. We, a people in exile, stranded 500 years in the future, will weave our homeland anew and bring the nation of our dreams back into the real world. Ah, what a glorious undertaking.
Sure, but you're not going to steal those memories, right?
What a shame it had to take this long. After 500 years, most of our memories have faded, and a world woven from broken memories shall itself be broken.
Oh god, now I'm thinking about Deirdith again, though. Okay, so far it seems like they're not taking the memories away from people, which is good. But, like, imagine if they called Deirdith forward just to harvest all her memories, basically, and she forgot everything she knew, everything she was. So that's where I'm supposed to come in? You look for assistance from your mortal enemy, who has sworn to hunt you down.
Precisely. For you possess a ring left to you by your older brother, which continuously resets your body's condition.
It must only reset it to a certain state, because his left arm, his right arm is still that blue state. But maybe that's what Hayden was testing earlier when he stabbed him, to see if his body would restore. And once it did, he confirmed that the ring was still in operation, which means Dainslift's mind is in perfect condition, theoretically?
Of course. Your memories are susceptible to erosion just like ours. But of all Konrians who remain, you are sure to remember the most.
You know what would be really interesting? I'm thinking about Kaya, because Kaya, I'm still not entirely sure what's up with him. I have a couple theories, but I wonder... We know that he did not live in Mondstadt before he came to Mondstadt, obviously, so I wonder where he lived before. If he ever had experience in the Konria of today. Because we know that he was dropped off by his bio father, right? So he might have lived with him in Sumeru, or he might have lived with him in, like, literal Konria. I don't know, because it seems like their curse has been broken, right? So they might have been fine coming and going from Konria, if they so desired for whatever reason. This is all conjecture, but the point I'm trying to get here is it would be interesting if perhaps the memory collection could be muddled by living Konrians who have been to current Konria and remember it in its destroyed state. It seems like they're just collecting memories from everyone in the Abyss Order, and then they're trying to get Danes as well. So, like, how is this working? Do they have to deliberately reach out to someone with the loom, or is it open to all people of Konrian descent? Because if that's the case, then Kaya and or his dad might be contributing memories. Maybe? And that would just be interesting to see if that would have any impact on the system. Man, I wonder how many others are out there. There's got to be more. Anyways, moving on.
We had to obtain the memories in your mind, whatever the price. Even if it meant sacrificing our entire army as bait.
That's kind of... yeah, Dainsleif has made himself such a powerful force. They know they can lure him out with their army. That's... wow. So this was your true goal. To lure me here, guide me into a state of meditation, and access my memories. So be it. A few of my fading memories for your entire army? That strikes me as a fair trade. I appreciate your generosity. You're gambling everything you have on the loom of fate. This could be a costly mistake for you in the long run.
Perhaps, but that is the gamble our Highness has chosen to make. And thanks to you, the loom of fate has now finished weaving the ley lines. New Konria is complete!
Just like that, it's done? Wow! Enough about your beloved leader. You said you would pay any price for my memories, did you not? In that case, prepare to be slain another 100 times for your deception. I hope it was worth it. He just casually walks forward. I mean, now you're just gonna teleport away, aren't you? You've got what you've come for. You're done here. Watch this be like, surprise, sudden playable Dainsleif. Darn. Return to the cave. Oh, dear death. Where are we? This is the Collective of Plenty. Oh, well, hello. So that was fascinating and informative. I can't believe the loom was just going in the background that whole time. I feel like there should be some sort of visible effect of the loom. Oh, I did something funny. Of the loom of fate working. Oh man. Oh, I want to talk to the Lord of the Night about this. I want to talk to everybody.
Great, she's still here.
Does she remember herself? Does she remember everything? Okay. So our brother was definitely doing the looming, right? Or the weaving, I suppose. Or would that be somebody else, just like under his supervision? He's gotta be around here. He's gotta come talk to us eventually. Is he in the cave? Where is the cave? We should check out the cave and make sure he's not just hiding in there. Oh, whoa. There she goes. Bye. Cutscene. Oh no. Deirdith? Deirdith? Are you okay? Did something happen? What does she see? Does she see the cataclysm? Oh my god. The cubes! Yeah, because people remember the cataclysm. So they've reconstructed a Konria in the moment of its destruction. Look at this thing. Also, where the heck are we? Where is that? What is this? Could this be the cataclysm? So, when you say the cataclysm, like, I assume we're in Konria, but, like, it's a mountain. That's not that's not Tolan, is it? This must be underground. Where are we, specifically? Is this where Deirdith is right now? Oh, she really is.
We're not from the same world, are we?
Not quite. I mean, maybe it's... No, it doesn't... Where?
No. I come from your future.
Hello there.
Wait, but that's great! That means the world isn't going to end.
Yep, that's fair. It sure looks like it's about to, but it doesn't, I promise.
In that case, tell me, what happens to Konria? What happens to my homeland?
Well, about that, though...
No, wait. Don't answer that. We can only fight for our future. If the future is unknown, I still believe the Savior can turn things around. I'll carry on looking for him, even if you're not there to protect me. Although, in a way, I've already found my Savior. It's you. You protected me, and I believe you can protect us all. You're the one who can change everything.
We're doing our best.
It's just too bad that we're not from the same time or place.
Yeah, because whatever we can protect or whatever we can save, I don't think she'll be included.
Oh,
One last thing before I forget. I know how much you want to find your brother. Surely he must be desperate to find you too.
You would think.
So, is there anything you can give me as a memento? Proof that we met?
The key? Do you think it'll be the key?
That way, when I do find him, I can convince him that you're also searching for him.
A memento? Wait, where's... Am I just completely remembering this wrong? Where's her flower? Is it usually on the other side of her head? Oh, there it is. Okay. It is the key. I was like, oh, she could give him the flower, because, like, the Intevot. Oh, wait.
What is it?
It'd be cool if, like, she gave her key, so that we had his key, and she tried to get her key to him. But... Yeah. I think that Hilly Churl was Deirdre, and I think that's how we got the key. Yeah. If this is her future. If this is her fate. What? What? What do you mean I get to choose? Because by giving the key, it's... Oh my god, it's Schrodinger's Hilly Churl. By giving the key to Deirdre, we confirm that she becomes the Hilly Churl and puts that key there. Brings it with her, we find it. We meet her. But by not giving it to her, then we, like, that Hilly Churl may or may not have ever been her. If we don't give the key to her. It'll be Schrodinger's Hilly Churl. Maybe Deirdre, maybe not. Keep the key, give the key. We already have our other key, right? So we don't actually need this key. Oh god, what do I do? I think I want to give her the key. Would that be sealing her fate? Theoretically, whether or not we give the key to her, she will still die and or become a Hilly Churl. We just won't know. But it's like, I don't need this key. I have my own key. This is my brother's key. Shame on him for dropping it. You know? If he didn't want to lose it, he shouldn't have dropped it. So, I could give it to her. Because if I keep it, I'll just feel selfish. She needs it more than we do. It means more to her right now than I think it means to us right now. But... would that be sealing her fate? I don't think so. If this is her future? I mean, it's already happened, right? But then our whole job is changing fate! I want to give it to her because I think it would make her happy. But... in this world, what we're trying to do is change fate, even starting at the smallest level. So if by not giving her the key... oh god... Yeah, okay, the more I think about it, theoretically, she is just someone's memory of her. You know? She started to exist just now as a manifestation of herself in the past. And so, she's not going back to the past, she's going onwards into the future. Even if what she's going to experience next happened in our past because it's being recreated through memory. Oh my god, why is this an exclamation point? That's freaking me out. I want to give her the key. What would that be? All signs point to... this isn't true time travel. Like, she's not about to go actually back into the past. From what we've just learned from listening to that conversation... Okay. This is really stressing me out. Because I want to give the key to Deirdre. Because I think it means a lot to her. And I think it's like the only thing that I can do for her in this moment. Is give her that strength that the key kind of represents. But my concern is that by doing so, I would be dooming her to the same fate. I would not be doing whatever I could to change her fate. That's my concern. But all signs... based on what we just learned, point to this not actually being the past. It's a memory of the past. So, it could theoretically play out the exact same way as before if we give her the key. If we keep the key, it's already automatically different, which is why it's so tempting, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a better ending. Just the fact... Oh gosh. In some quest recently that I did, might have been an event I was just watching, but we were talking about how... Oh yeah, Layla said something about stars in the Sabzeruz festival event, which I just watched. And she was basically saying that gravitational bodies can have an effect on each other, causing one to pull the other out of its initial orbit. And I was talking about how that kind of parallels basically what we're trying to do with fate. Just by interacting with other people, we're trying to pull them out of the path that is their initial fate. So, here's what I'm thinking. I really want Deirdre to have this key. My fear is that I give it to her. If I give it to her, I'll be dooming her to that same fate. However, logically, she's not automatically going to be given that same fate because this isn't truly the past, it's just a memory. And I have to hope that even if I give her the key, which means we will be keeping to a similar path as before, her path will be different because she met us. She never met us before. So even if the key remains the same, I think something of greater magnitude has changed. That's my hope. I really want to give her this key. I'm giving her the key. There you go. I hope she likes it. I hope she doesn't feel that I've just doomed her. I hope it gives her confidence, because that's what I wanted to do. Oh, well, that's horrible. Oh, God. Oh, no! Oh, everything's frozen. Oh. I've left the... Hello. Is that my brother? You'd better show your face, if that's who I think it is.
So that's what happened. ISTAROTH, the ruler of time, must have had a hand in this.
What did I do? What? Also, what a shot. Explain yourself. You're saying that all this time the key she had, we gave to her? But it was your key. How did we get... But we got it from her. Ether, explain yourself.
There's no other way that this meeting could have taken place.
Ether, you knew all of this?
I knew only the ending. I've always been curious about the events that led to it.
That's how Deirdre is different from all the other memories. So we really were... That really was... We really were interacting with her, not just the memory of her. It was a time thing, right? ISTAROTH arranged for this meeting to take place? So it really was time travel?
When the cataclysm first began 500 years ago, I, as the Prince of Konri, was preparing to do my part, to fight back with all my might.
And then what happened? She removed you from that time? Like, what? You came here and had this conversation? Is this 500 years ago for you? Why can't I see your face?
But then
There
this
you are.
girl, Deirdre, she found me.
Oh, wow. Oh, God. So what happened to her?
The irony was that even as she desperately begged me to save the world, she brought me news of you.
Yeah. Because we just told her that we're from her future. He might have just then learned that he can only find his sibling in the future.
I was stunned, and I was suspicious of her claim that you were searching for me. But then, she showed me the key to your hibernation chamber.
So, she actually did it.
We'd been separated ever since I awakened in Teyvat. I searched the whole planet and found no trace of you anywhere. And then she brought me that news at the worst possible moment. I was faced with an extremely difficult decision.
Yeah, basically, stay and fight as he promised he would, or follow this one lead after all these presumably years that it's taken?
I desperately wanted to see you again. But Konria was in equally desperate need of my help.
What did you choose?
I knew that no matter what I chose, I'd regret my decision for the rest of my days. So I steeled myself against the guilt and made my decision. I went to see you.
Side note, how did he find us, though? Deirdre gives him confirmation that we're out there somewhere, and she gives him our key, or even his key that we had, somehow. But did he just, like, magically have 2 keys? There's gotta be more to the key story. We'll get to that. But then, how does Deirdre telling him, hey, I met your sister in the future, cause him to figure out where we are? I want more details there. But what happened after he came to find us that caused him to miss the cataclysm, basically? And then?
But when I found you, you were still in hibernation.
Ooh.
Even the key to the chamber was still secure on your person.
Fascinating. Questions about how did he get out of his hibernation pod? Why didn't we automatically get out of our hibernation pod? Does that mean that when we were on the spaceship, we were in hibernation and not actually flying the spaceship? So you're saying 3 keys existed simultaneously in that moment? Exactly. His key he has twice.
I couldn't make sense of what I was seeing. But there was no time to think. I just grabbed you and ran. And that's where we are right now. An intersection in our memories.
Yeah, I think he grabbed us and then tried to leave the planet. He just tried to leave completely. He made his decision to choose us over Konria and stuck to it 100%. He didn't try to bring us back with him to Konria. He just tried to leave, it seems like. And then that's when we met the Sustainer of Heavenly Principles.
This question has haunted me for the past 500 years. I never imagined the answer would come to me like this.
The answer comes to him like this as a consequence of his own actions, basically. This exact moment could only happen because of everything he did with the Abyss Order. I wonder, because he's implying that ISTAROTH is responsible for Deirdre's presence, basically. But how much so? Did the Loom of Fate have anything to do with giving ISTAROTH that opportunity? And also, this conversation is only happening in the intersection of our memories, which is wild. So I feel like this moment could only have happened because of his own actions. So, what a cool... Oh my god, I freaking love time travel! Because basically, he chose to leave Konria, which probably contributed to its destruction and the inevitable rise of the Abyss Order, because he heard about us at this moment, but he only heard about us at this moment because 500 years later, his efforts with the Abyss Order would lead to this moment. Perhaps.
So, my actions 500 years in the future set everything in motion.
Exactly!
Are you mocking me, ISTAROTH?
Wow. I mean, for one, we've been fighting against fate for one thing, but the concept of fighting against time itself is a bit daunting. Deirdre succeeded in bringing us together. But unfortunately, it is versions of us 500 years apart. She hoped that the Savior would rescue Konria, save the entire world. But instead, the news she brought led the Savior to make the complete opposite decision. How awful. Is that her fate? Is that how her story must end? Has Konria really been revived? Have you done what you set out to do?
Not yet. But I've taken a very important step. Now the ley lines of Konria are complete.
I just want to give him a hug. I just want to, like, give him, like, get him dinner, tuck him into bed, say, relax, I'll watch over you, go ahead and sleep for 48 hours. When you wake up, we can talk about this and work a couple things out. Buddy, you're standing 10 feet away from me. Talk to me. More than you're talking to me, you know?
I'd always thought that Tevat's ley lines were locked by the heavenly principles. No more can be added, and existing ones cannot be replaced.
But then actions in Natlan just demonstrated otherwise?
But then, I learned that Natlan's Night Kingdom appeared to be an exception to the rule. It has intrigued me ever since. So, I directed the Abyss Order to feign an attack on Natlan, buying me some time to enter the Night Kingdom and negotiate with the Lord of the Night.
Yeah, he really just talked to her, didn't he?
Unfortunately, for other reasons, even the Night Kingdom cannot host any new ley lines. The most I could get was some room to carry out the weaving process.
So wait, I just realized maybe this would be fascinating. My question earlier about how did he find out where we were by talking to Deirdre? Maybe in this conversation he's going to ask us, by the way, where can I find you? And we'll remember where he found us 500 years ago and tell him. That would be really cool. I hope they do that, because that would tie up that final loose end. Moving on. The Lord of the Night did say before that even she can only reconstruct Natlan's ley lines. It's probably for the same reason. That's a little interesting. If the Heavenly Principles directed the ley lines, and I'm not sure if they directed them or if they were automatically set to do this, but in any case, the ley lines, they fight against the Abyss. And if the Heavenly Principles is, theoretically, trying to protect Teyvat against the Abyss, you would think they would want ley lines to proliferate. Why cap them?
Still, I received the Lord of the Night's permission and activated the Loom of Fate.
So polite. He asked for permission. I love it. Good job, brother.
Using an Intivat as the base,
Oh
I was able to grow a realm based on the Konria of 500 years ago, superimposing it over present-day Natlan's space-time.
Oh my god, they're really layering it on top of Natlan. Of course. I love how the twins are like sci-fi protagonists dropped in the middle of a fantasy, because I feel like this is an idea only someone who has studied multiple dimensions would come up with.
That superimposition is what allowed you and Deirdre to cross paths.
Hey. Hey. That's what I saw in my dream. He's not lying about that, at least. But what I don't understand is, why did the Lord of the Night agree to this? Either he offered her something, or she saw it as just genuinely a good idea. I mean, if this can give the people of Konria some peace, then she might think it's a great idea because of her... I forget what it's called. But her mission is to help humanity, basically. This is helpful for humanity. Theoretically. So long as it doesn't have dire consequences down the road. But we'll get there.
After that, the new Konria was enriched with memories of the old, drawn from the Abyss Order's members in their meditation sessions.
Look at him being all smart. That's my brother. Oh my gosh. You're doing an excellent job leading the Abyss Order.
With those memories as raw materials, and the superimposed realm as a template, the Loom of Fate finally finished its work.
The Cain instinct is very strong right now. I just want to, like, tackle him. I don't know.
What I now hold in my hand is the Atlas of the New World.
Wow! Look at that! It's polar. It's got two polarities. It looks like a battery. That sign is very similar to Dainsleif's craft work, so that's probably Konrian technology, whatever you want to call it. Alchemy, perhaps. What is that? The Atlas of the New World. Now, an atlas is a guide. I was thinking this could be like the heart of the new system, but a guide? Is it like the directory?
This is the product of the Loom of Fate, holding within it the entire network of new Konria's ley lines.
Fascinating.
With this, the nation once known as Konria can rise again.
So you're basically making like... I was thinking, you know, with it superimposed over Natlan, it would be huge. But it almost sounds more like a microcosm. Because the ley lines in Teyvat spread over the whole world, and they support a world-sized existence. So if you have a ley line system that's that small, does that mean that world is going to be that small? Like, what do you mean the ley lines are in there? How does that even work?
One day, I will find a suitable host location for it.
Oh, okay. No idea. Basically, it's like incubating. And eventually he'll find a place to let it blossom, grow, establish, you know. Why? Why? Why is reviving Konri so important to you? I don't understand. Is it really just because of guilt? And why won't you let us help you? Gosh darn it.
When I first arrived in Konri 500 years ago, my memory was completely blank.
Weird. Even for us?
It was only after I had served as their prince for many years that I slowly began to remember everything, including you.
Suspicious. Do you think someone deliberately did that to him? Who did that to you? Alternatively, you know how we're not a part of Teyvat and our sibling is? I'd still wonder how that happened. Did someone pick one of us, besides the player? Or did that just, like, there was a 50-50 chance and it latched on to him instead of us? Because what this almost sounds like is maybe when our sibling became part of Teyvat and was entered into the Irminsul network somehow, whatever, their memories, having not belonged to Irminsul's network, got deleted instead of absorbed for whatever reason. And that's why they had no memory. But if they got deleted, then how did they get their memory back? Anyways, it feels like Irminsul might have been involved with this. But with them getting their memories back really makes me think that somebody did this to you deliberately. And I will find them. What? Your memories were erased?
But recovering old memories didn't simply erase the part of my life I spent in Konri. I still see it as my second home.
Understandable.
That is why my guilt weighs so heavily on me. But even so, that only constitutes part of my motive.
I'm so mad about the memory thing still. Did someone do this to you? Who did this to you?
More importantly,
yes?
If I wish to speak with the heavenly principles as an equal, I will need the might of an entire world behind me.
Oh, that's my brother. But you want to speak with heavenly principles? Okay, I'll back you up. I thought we were just gonna throw hands, shall we say? But if he wants to speak with them, fine. We can do that first. Look at this man, trying to go down this path alone. Why? You've got a descender right behind you. I would die for you. What are you saying? Trying to... I need the might of a world behind me. Like... Hello? Let us help you. Oh, look at that little glare. That's my boy.
Huh?
Oh, is there time? Oh, hello. Now that looks familiar to me. Did we wake someone up? Is that someone's memories? Is it time for us? I don't know why, but the way you're talking, it just doesn't sound like you at all. Ether, this whole thing, your plan? What does it have to do with us?
All along, it's only ever been about us.
Oh, that's him speaking. It's all only ever been about us.
Goodbye, Louise.
Goodbye? Again?
We will begin anew at the end of your journey.
That looks beautiful. Oh, this is a cool song. Hang in there. Oh, that was sick. She looks so alone. She looks so lonely. Where's Paimon? I'm upset. A lot of thoughts, though.
Hero is back. Everyone's been waiting for you.
Oh, not this cheerful, upbeat attitude. I can't take it right now. No, okay, a lot of thoughts. So first of all, he never asked where to find us. Sadness. Secondly, I was really getting hyped for his I'm going to fight the Heavenly Principles attitude. I think that's awesome. But I think what Lumine was getting at... Oh god, Lumine? Who's that? But I think what she was getting at was... when she said that this isn't like you... I think probably the two of them... They've traveled through many worlds, theoretically, right? I get the feeling that they've never allowed themselves to get attached. You know, there's the whole question mark that is their home world and their initial inspiration for traveling through these worlds. There's the whole thing about the Sea of Flowers, of course, but I get the feeling that they've always seen themselves as very different from everyone else they've met. Especially because there's two of them, they kind of are able to be more insular. They can latch on to each other rather than latching on to the people and the worlds that they meet. This journey where they were separated kind of is forcing them to in a way that I anticipate they haven't done before. Additionally, because Ether lost his memories, he's going to be more receptive to seeing himself as belonging to this world than perhaps he has in worlds past. And so his attitude has shifted in a way that Lumine has never seen him be before or has yet experienced herself before. I think she's still kind of keeping herself in disconnect from this world. You can kind of see it in her actions. I honestly do kind of feel like even though she definitely loves people that she's met, she's also willing to leave this world at a moment's notice if need be. I think so. But that's why she was so taken aback by Ether's actions. Not only is he visibly attached now to this world and to the fate of its people, but he's also going about it in a way that he's kind of aligning himself more with them than he is with Lumine. He didn't ask for her help. You know, he didn't say, I'll have you with me. He said, I'm doing this. And I hope that deep down, he's hoping that she'll join him. But I do like, it seems like this whole time, he's simultaneously kind of doubted that she would be behind him because he knows he's changed, but also kind of hoped that she would make that decision on her own. He's not forcing it from her or assuming that she'll agree with him, even though that baffles her because she's like, hey, we've always been on the same side. Why don't you know that I will be backing you up? But then she takes a look at his actions and she's like, whoa, wait, actually, I didn't expect this. So he was right that she actually needs this time to think about what he's doing. But I believe she would back him up in the end. I mean, we're starting to see the truth of what he's doing. And even if there are parts of it we don't agree with, methods of it we don't agree with, and certain parts of his perspective that we don't agree with, I do believe those things are going to shift over time. Not necessarily our disagreement, but maybe his approach, because I don't think he's going to succeed without us. So on and so forth. I want us to team up in the end. Please. For the love of Paimon. Anyways. Oh, there was so much more I wanted to say, though. Oh yeah, the other thing. What I really love about this, that whole bit where it's like it's only ever been about us, kind of actually hammered home for me that so much of what is going on here now, not on a national level with the nations, but on a celestial level, shall we say, with the Abyss Order, with Konria, and with the Heavenly Principles, is being influenced by the actions and more specifically by the choices of the travelers. It is incredible because especially in a game like this where your choices don't matter, because it's really hard to build a game with branching fates like that where your choices matter. Branching fates. It's hard to make it feel like your choices actually do matter when we see time and time again, like in dialogue, you know, down to like the bare basics of a quest. Oh, your choices don't really matter. But in the overarching plot of this game, the choices that the travelers have made actually matter a tremendous amount. And I thought that I could feel that especially strongly in that cutscene that we just got. Because it was our siblings' decisions in the heat of the moment 500 years ago and just now that put into motion so many cascading effects. But then again, how did they lose their memories at the beginning? it might have been someone else's choice that caused that to happen. So it's just a wonderfully composed world where you've got fate and you've got choices on the parts of so many different individuals that are causing consequences. Like, it's just, you would think cause and effect would be easy to convey, but it's really not. Especially in a theoretically linear narrative. So I'm just like, this is amazing. Gorgeous, beautiful. I adore the Abyss twin. But I can also see why our playable twin has some, disgruntlement, shall we say. God, she looked so alone at the end there. But then the whole time he was talking to us, all I could see was how alone he looked, you know? So I really hope these two can honestly be reunited in the future. And can really work together a bit more. And, like, the Abyss twin, I do think I want some of their approach to change, but I'm down to talk to the Heavenly Principles. Have a little chat, shall we say. That was amazing. I just needed a moment. Oh my god. And now we're here. Hey, Hyun-san. Paimon, welcome back.
The Abyss Order made a full retreat before our forces even arrived on the scene. All thanks to your efforts, no doubt. Oh, and Mr. Dainsliff's, of course.
Side note, the ring he got from his brother, fascinating. His brother, right? One of the sinners, isn't he?
What's wrong? You look upset.
Huh, do I?
Paimon doesn't know the details either. The traveler just disappeared after taking Deirdre's hand. It was like they got sucked into another world.
So was ISTAROTH, like, watching us at that exact moment? Oh my god. Oh my shade? Also, I love how at the very beginning of this, I thought that the sibling's key appearing was a message from the sibling to us. It was more like a message from us to the sibling, accidentally, at the end of all that. Oh my god.
Paimon was looking all over for her, and then she suddenly reappeared, right back in the same spot. But looking a lot more glum.
It's fine, I need some time to take everything in. Oh, good morning. Oh my god, she got me. No. Oh, hi. That surprised me so much it stopped my yawn.
I think I got the gist of what happened. Something to do with your brother? I spoke with the Lord of the Night in a dream just now, and learned quite a lot.
I don't know how I feel about these two colluding about us behind our back, but at the same time, what did you learn?
Huh? You met your brother?
I did. We had a long talk. And I get to remember it this time!
And you didn't think to tell Paimon right away? Well, never mind. Paimon can see that you're pretty down right now. But let's go over everything later, alright?
Thank you, Paimon. If you have any more insight, I'll take it.
What your brother accomplished? It all but defies comprehension.
Right?
I was stunned when I heard about it too.
I'm still thinking about the ley lines being in that little container. And he's like, one day I'll find a spot for them. And then at the end of the cutscene, he's like, I guess that time is now, by the way. Boom. Does that mean that Konri's ley lines have actually been growing for 500 years? In Natlan? Like, what? Ah! No, I don't think so. But what if? Superimposed, remember? Anyways.
But what surprised me the most was that the Lord of the Night actually chose to allow it.
Yeah, why? That caught me off guard too. I would never have expected that.
The Lord of the Night did try to explain it to me, but in a word, it's complicated.
What did she say?
During the war with the Abyss, Mawika had an argument with the captain. Mawika believed that we should fight to protect our culture and memories, while the captain believed the preservation of the ley lines should come before all else. So, the Lord of the Night was very intrigued when presented with the Loom of Fate, and informed of its ability to weave ley lines. She saw your brother's actions as a potential third option.
Hey!
Namely, to preserve an entire nation in the form of an atlas.
Ah, there was a secret third option all along. I love it. But right, yeah, the atlas.
Preserve a nation? You've definitely lost me now.
It's like frozen in time. Which is a statement that feels like it has heavier implications than I meant. or just like very, very slowly changing, growing.
You're not the only one. Paimon's got no idea what's going on either.
Atlas, don't worry about it.
With that in mind, the Lord of the Night gave the go-ahead once she was satisfied that the Loom of Fate wouldn't have any real effect on Natlan.
I wonder if she learned from watching. That'd be kind of cool.
However,
She learned a couple
I believe she
things.
imposed an additional condition of her own.
Yes?
An additional condition? Did she ask for something in return?
No idea. She wouldn't tell me what it was.
Oh, come on!
Huh.
I want to figure it out. If I think hard enough, are all the pieces there?
Alright, well, let's not overthink this for now. We just won a war. Time for a well-earned drink to celebrate.
What could the Lord of the Night want? She already has everything she needs, basically. An endless source of life energy so that she can keep doing her duty to keep Natlan safe. So if she could see an opportunity to keep more people safe, which is what we were talking about earlier with her seeing this as benefiting humanity as a whole.
I trust the Lord of the Night unreservedly. I'm sure she only involved herself to take a problem off our hands. So it's one less thing for us to worry about.
Oh, I'm very worried, Yan-san. Not really. I'm just desperately curious.
Don't you agree, Traveler?
Huh. You've got a point. I still feel like a mess, though.
Come on, let's head back to the Collective of Plenty. Oh, Veressa should be there too. We'll treat you to a real feast.
I'm sorry, but there's somewhere else I want to go first. Please, for the love of Paimon, go talk to the Lord of the Night.
Huh?
Bye! She's on a mission.
Ian-san, leave her be.
I think she has an angel to speak to.
This might be hard to understand for an extrovert like you, but some people need alone time to recharge every once in a while.
Appreciate you, Citalali.
Traveler?
Sorry, Paimon. Got my eye on the goal. Please, please, please. Yes, no ending screen. Return to the cave. Oh. Yeah, okay. Oh dear, death. So she really was that Hilichurl, wasn't she? Sometimes the simplest answer is the right one when it comes to solving these mysteries. Oh no! Oh god, what am I going to see? If I see an Intevat, I might actually start crying. He used an Intevat as the base. Of course he did. I was wondering about those flowers in Deirdith's hair. Because they look like Intevats, but different, you know? Wonder if they're from Konri. Well, so are the Intevats, aren't they? If I ever meet Ishtroth, I'm just gonna cry on her, I think. Why would you do this to me? Why would she do this? If you show me the club, don't you dare. I know it was lying there the whole time. Ugh. Come on. Before you know it, you've fallen asleep, drowning in a myriad of thoughts. You faintly sense what feels like someone clasping your hand. Really? But this time, it sends you into a deep sleep, where sweet dreams await. Why would you add that? Why would you add that right at the end? Why? Haven't I suffered enough? What? You know what? You know what? Not cry. Look at. It's not cry. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Well, you've heard my thoughts all this time. To sum it up, I think this journey apart has changed the travelers in ways that all their previous journeys through the different worlds haven't. But I have confidence that they'll reach a good point in the end. It would be pretty neat if the game did somehow figure out a way to let you choose their end. Like, you know, a good end or a bad end, at least. But over and over again, the two of them have demonstrated, even for all their ruthlessness and distance from those around them, They've demonstrated that at heart they're very good people with strong senses of justice. So I have confidence in the two of them. Even if, for instance, you know, our sibling is definitely hurting after everything that happened with Konri all this time, even all these years later. And that's causing him to make some decisions that I haven't always agreed with, at least myself. I believe that in the end, these two can reconcile and can fight together again someday. You know? For a good ending, to boot. You look so cool, Vega. But I guess the final question that we haven't yet touched on is the one I just asked. Why would ISTAROTH do this? Basically, it seems like what she did was allow us to meet Deirdre. Allow Deirdre to see the future. Allow us to give Deirdre the key, Deirdre, therefore, to give Aether the information about us, which caused Aether to have the opportunity to make that decision. Now, I'm not going to say ISTAROTH made him make that decision. I believe she gave him the opportunity to make that choice, like we were talking earlier about choices. So, why would she do that? It seems like she's planting a seed to be cultivated by time, right? To have some sort of outcome in the future. Should we go so far as to say that she's dissatisfied with the decisions of the Heavenly Principles? And so she's trying to plant the seed that will, if not cause a conflict between a Descender and the Heavenly Principles, at least allow a certain decision to be made in the future during a conflict between a Descender and a Sustainer of Heavenly Principles. Because what she's done is create all this conflict on the surface of Teyvat. Let's sum it up as that for now. You know, with Konri, with our sibling, with the Abyss Order, with us. And why would she do that if not for an end goal that we can't quite see in sight just yet? Now, keep in mind, the shades are theoretically aspects of the Primordial One. And the Primordial One... Me being me, I don't want to assume so far that the Sustainer of Heavenly Principles and the Primordial One are the same person. One of the other shades could be the Sustainer of Heavenly Principles. They could be a person who was in Teyvat before the Descenders were, but then again, their actions have been very Descender-like rather than Teyvat-like. Yeah, I feel like... Okay. Doesn't matter at the moment. The point being ISTAROTH. Is she trying to free Teyvat from the Sustainer of Heavenly Principles? That's... Why would she do that? I mean, besides the fact that the Sustainer of Heavenly Principles has made some very painful decisions for this world. Now, to be fair, the Primordial One creating ISTAROTH does not necessarily mean that ISTAROTH will remain forever loyal to them. So, why though? I guess this kind of brings me back to my questions about, like, you know, Renova. What could a shade want? You know, they're such non-human entities that we can't really assign human wants and needs to them. They have no need for riches or wealth, for instance. They have no need for good food. They don't need to eat. Shelter, so on and so forth. Should we just assume that ISTAROTH's character is one that she cares deeply for every form of life, even though they are infinitesimally small compared to her? And so she sees the injustice that has kind of caused Teyvat to be the way that it is, and so she wants to create the opportunity for Teyvat to choose its freedom from the Sustainer of Heavenly Principles that has been the cause of most of that injustice? I mean, that's a really cool thought, but we don't have any evidence for or against it. So yeah, that's my big question after all this. Why did ISTAROTH do that? Is there some reason that the Shades and or the Heavenly Principles wants to create conflict upon this surface? Was there something that they were trying to achieve 500 years ago? Recall that the Sustainer of Heavenly Principles was there 500 years ago. That's when we first met. So maybe this whole thing with Deirdre and us two siblings was just sort of like a smaller part of a bigger plan that the Sustainer and ISTAROTH had in motion at that time. Feels unlikely. Especially since... Ooh, now here's an idea. After our sibling found us, we went to go leave this planet, immediately met the Sustainer of Heavenly Principles, and they said the arrogation of mankind ends now. Maybe they were, you know, they wanted to defeat our sibling, who was, you could at least say, a representative of Konri at the time. They were mad at Konri for daring to reach for the heavens, or beyond the heavens even, and said, let's make an example of this guy. ISTAROTH, can you set it up so that this guy brings himself to me so I can make an example? But why would ISTAROTH then choose such a complicated chain of events with consequences lasting 500 years into the future to get that done? I fully believe that ISTAROTH, being a shade and the shade of time, would anticipate, if not already know, exactly what would happen as a consequence of this setup. So... that's, yeah, I really feel like whatever she did this for, it's for some sort of payoff that's going to come at the end of our journey. If not our journey, then the next Descenders, you know? This is ISTAROTH, the ruler of time. She could be looking far, 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 far into the future. That's the coolest thing I've thought of all day. And I love how, again, even though all of this might just be us following in the footsteps of ISTAROTH's plan, like she's put down this path for us, you can still tell that we're making decisions that are having consequences. There's the whole, like, kind of mental twist that is, oh, so does ISTAROTH know every decision we're going to make, so we're not really ever making a decision because she's seen them all? But then there's also the question of, well, I mean, if you see something happening in the future, does that mean it's preordained, or just that you saw it happening because that person's going to choose to make that, you know? Okay. I love this sort of mental brain teaser, mental tongue twister. I don't even know what you would call this, but I'm having a great time, and I would love to pick ISTAROTH's brain one day. Yeah, so I guess my conclusion from this is ISTAROTH has some sort of plan here, because I don't think secret third option, okay, we'll throw it out there. She could have just done this on a whim, for whimsy, for fun, to see what would happen, but I don't think the ruler of time would do that. That feels a bit strange. Unless her whole issue is that she knows everything that ever has, will, or could happen, and so she's bored, and so she wants entertainment? Secret fourth option. Great! Long story short, what's she up to? Let's go talk to Venti. I don't know. I'm dying to know. And kind of a cool idea to think that maybe she's on our side? Or maybe she's chosen us kind of as, like, her champion, shall we say. That feels a bit grandiose. But at least as one of her powerful chess pieces. I'll take that. Kind of a cool idea. Anyways, that's it. I'm done. That was a monologue and a half. Sorry. You can see that was literally thoughts as they came to me. It was probably a mess, and I apologize. But I hope it was an entertaining mess. The story has concluded. Yes, indeed. I believe Deirdre is either dead, or she's that hilly trail that we met right at the beginning here. I'm pretty sure she was the hilly trail we met right at the beginning here, which means she ran off. I can never kill another hilly trail on this specific island. Oh god. Oh no. Imagine if one day we killed Deirdre. She was a hilly trail. No. Oh god, I'm thinking about the ley line summoning hilly trails. I'm upset. And I am leaving. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please tell me any of your thoughts, things that I might have missed. I'm very curious. We're almost at Nodcry. That's incredible. We've got a couple things left in Netland. We are not doing that Nodcry quest next. That I can assure you. Unless we accidentally stumble into it, in which case I have no choice. But long story short, I'll see you next time for more Natlan. Yes. So thank you so much to our Patreon supporters for supporting this mental breakdown. Big shout out to Jay Blakewood, Konosard, Power of Chaos, Mary, Edu, G. Brillia, The Loyal Servant of Her Majesty, Thitsaritsa, Ruru, Axel Iron, Jake Quellen, Lunar, Sonova, Matsan, Martine, Marcus, Sal, Don't Call It, Brian, A Warp, and all of our anonymous patrons. An extra special thank you to Konri for being the voice of Ether in this video. Konri is a Genshin streamer who started just around the same time that I did, so check out his channels below if you haven't yet. And I will see you in the next one. Same Genshin time, same Genshin channel.